Well, Russia's act of war may extend far beyond the physical borders of Ukraine.
Yeah, U.S. and Bay Area experts are warning the conflict may spill online and into space to exploit a growing security threat at our fingertips.
KPIX 5 anchor Ryan Yamamoto explains.
As Russian forces launched its large-scale invasion of Ukraine, the U.S. imposed new sanctions. President Biden included a warning.
If Russia pursues cyber attacks against our companies, our critical infrastructure, we are prepared to respond.
Conflict is no longer just confined to the physical battlefield.
The difference now is you don't need a F-14 fighter plane, you don't need a B-2 bomber, you don't need boots on the ground. You can simply sit at a computer.
A big bullseye, U.S. GPS, the 32 satellites that orbit Earth. It's more than a navigation system. On each bird, precision clocks that keep vital systems back on Earth synchronized and working. Everything from the power grid to ATMs and computer networks.
It's a timing system on which the entire economy depends.
George Beebe is a former director of Russia analysis at the CIA. He says a few months ago, in the midst of its military buildup against Ukraine, Russia destroyed one of its own satellites. The timing was not a coincidence.
That was a message to us. They were saying to us, don't push us too far here because we can retaliate. We know where your vulnerabilities are. It's a very dangerous situation.
We've really created this huge vulnerability for ourselves, a huge ability to be blackmailed, in fact.
GPS expert Dana Goward says the U.S. does not have a backup system for GPS. China and Russia do. Goward believes Russia may begin by spoofing or jamming GPS signals and then increasing interference.
It's reversible, so unlike destroying a satellite, they can undo it if they get what they want.
That said,
I would tell you we're absolutely more prepared.
Cyber and national security expert Dave DeWalt is the founder of Palo Alto-based Night Dragon. He says the recent hack that took down the largest pipeline in the U.S. was a wake-up call. DeWalt says cyber attacks are escalating in part because the U.S. is so wired.
Our greatest strength is also our greatest weakness at times, and that's technology.
And GPS is one of our most valuable assets. It adds about $1.5 trillion to our economy every year. And the past three administrations supported developing a backup, but that full funding never materialized. Liz, back to you.
Ryan, thank you. We are following all the breaking new developments that come out of Ukraine on KPIX.com and always streaming on CBS News Bay Area.